Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
Sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit. And I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way.
Blake Lively, her husband, her PR team coming at me because we had creative differences over the film. So he is seeking over $400 million. This was filed in New York. It's a civil complaint, not a criminal complaint, but we could see this play out in a courtroom.
And there's so much here, but what is now Blake Lively or her husband, Ryan Reynolds, the actor, what are they saying? Anything?
We haven't heard anything. So right now, it's just this over 100-page complaint. In it, there are emails, there are text messages between Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. There's also correspondence between Blake Lively's PR team and outlets. And, you know, it's a lot for fans to digest and go through right now.
The PR agent will be part of this lawsuit. That was Blake Lively's. Blake Lively will be sued, and we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. Ryan Reynolds, for sure.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit. It's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie.
Okay, so things just went nuclear in the Blake Lively saga. Remember all that stuff about her lawsuit? Yeah, well, her own lawyer just dropped a bombshell. He quit, and not quietly. He's straight up saying Blake's whole thing was a lie, a meticulously planned scheme to ruin Justin. He's out there claiming she's been manipulating everyone, twisting the truth to destroy him, and he's calling it a horrible plan. His words. He says he can't be a part of it anymore, that he can't defend her knowing what he knows. It's insane. I mean, did anyone see this coming? This isn't just a lawsuit anymore. It's a total meltdown. Seriously, how far was Blake willing to go to take Justin down? But what's happening? Let me break it down for you real quick before I go into what the lawyer did. Now, this Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni situation just got wild. Remember that movie they did together? It Ends With Us. A huge hit, right? But behind the scenes, apparently, things were a total mess. We'd heard whispers of a feud, right? Like they totally avoided each other on the press tour, which was super awkward given the, intense subject matter of the film. And remember how Blake got some criticism? People were saying she was being tone deaf about the whole thing, not taking the relationship storyline seriously enough. Well, hold on tight, because it gets crazier. Blake Lively is now suing Justin Baldoni. She's claiming and saying he orchestrated a whole campaign to trash her reputation. I mean, whoa, this is going way beyond a little on-set drama. It's a full-blown legal war. So, we've got Blake, who played Lily Bloom, the victim of the movie, now saying she was a victim of off-screen by Justin, who played her and directed the film. The layers here are insane, and the timing is so weird too. This is months after the movie came out, after all the press junkets and interviews. Why now? What happened that pushed her to take this step? It makes you wonder what really went down on that set. Was there more to the tone-deaf accusations than we thought? Is this lawsuit a response to something Justin did? Or is there something else entirely going on here? Honestly, I'm hooked. Blake's claiming reputational damage, right? But her lawsuit also alleges that the fan backlash she got, the whole tone-deaf thing, wasn't organic. She's saying it was a carefully orchestrated smear campaign by Justin's PR team. And of course, Justin's lawyers are firing right back, saying her lawsuit is just a desperate attempt to fix her damaged reputation. It's a total he said, she said situation, and it's getting messy. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Justin Baldoni, married father of two, has always presented himself as a huge supporter of women's rights. Total ally to women vibe, right? Which makes these accusations even more shocking. So shocking, in fact, that he's already had an award for being an ally to women rescinded. Ouch. But wait, there's more. Justin isn't just sitting back and taking this. He's suing the New York Times for a whopping $250 million. And he's countersuing Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, claiming they're the ones trying to destroy his reputation and career. It's a full-blown legal free-for-all. Let's rewind a bit for some context. After the movie premiered, whispers of a feud started swirling around online. People noticed that Blake and Justin were like ships passing in the night during the film's promotion. Total avoidance. And the internet sleuths, bless their hearts, dug even deeper. Turns out, they didn't even follow each other on social media. Plus, a lot of the cast followed Blake but not Justin. Even Colleen Hoover seemed to be keeping her distance from him. Shady, right? Then TMZ jumped into the fray, claiming the whole feud started because of some, shall we say, unprofessional behavior on Justin's part. They alleged fat shaming, inappropriate comments, and overly long kissing scenes. Yeesh. There were also rumors flying around that Blake and her hubby, Ryan Reynolds, were meddling too much in the film's production. Maybe they were overstepping and causing tension. And here's where it gets really interesting. Justin, facing a mounting PR nightmare, hired a crisis management guru, Melissa Nathan. This woman is a big deal. She's worked with Johnny Depp, Drake, and Travis Scott. She even represented Depp during that whole defamation trial against Amber Heard, which, if you remember, involved rumors of an organized social media campaign against Heard. Interesting connection, right? Makes you wonder what kind of strategy she had in mind for Justin. But then things really hit the fan around August 15th. Blake, known for her bubbly personality and those hilarious exchanges with Ryan Reynolds, started getting major heat online. People were accusing her of being completely tone-deaf in her marketing of "It Ends With Us." Remember, the movie deals with some pretty heavy themes of domestic violence. The criticism was focused on a few things. First, she was promoting her hair care line during the movie tour, which rubbed some people the wrong way. It felt like she was using a serious movie to sell shampoo. Then there was the whole "Bring Your Florals" campaign, which seemed to echo the wear pink trend from the Barbie movie. It felt a little too lighthearted given the dark subject matter of "It Ends With Us." And finally, people called her out for avoiding any direct mention of domestic violence in her promotional efforts. It was like she was tiptoeing around the main theme of the film. Hundreds of people flooded her social media comments, basically saying she'd completely misread the room. And it wasn't just her personal posts. Even the commercial tie-ins for the movie were raising eyebrows. Remember those themed cocktails? One was even called the "Rile You Wait," and it was named after the character Lily down the stairs in the movie. Yikes, that did not go over well. Blake eventually responded to the criticism with an Instagram story sharing a statistic about domestic violence against women. But for many, the damage was already done. It felt like a too little, too late attempt to course correct after a series of missteps. So, while Blake Lively was dealing with the fallout from the tone-deaf marketing of "It Ends With Us," another controversy popped up to make things even worse. This time, it involved a Resurfaced interview from 2016 that went viral. A Norwegian journalist named Kjersti Fløe posted a clip of an interview she did with Blake back then. And let's just say it wasn't Blake's finest moment. Fløe titled the YouTube video, "The Blake Lively Interview That Made Me Want to Quit My Job." Dramatic, right? Well, after watching the clip, you kind of understand why. The interview was for Blake's movie Cafe Society, directed by Woody Allen, and she was there with her co-star Parker Posey. It starts with Fløe congratulating Blake on her pregnancy, saying something like, "Congrats on your little bump." Blake, being sarcastic, replies, "Congrats on your little bump." Okay, a little snarky, but maybe just a joke, right? But then it gets worse. Fløe talks about how visually stunning the film is, and asks Blake and Parker about the fashion, which was a big part of the movie's 1930s setting. And here's where Blake goes full-on Ice Queen. She completely ignores Fløe and turns to Parker Posey to say, "Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes." Total dismissal. The whole exchange came off as incredibly rude and dismissive, especially since Fløe was just doing her job. The Resurfaced clip added another layer of negativity to Blake's already struggling public image. It made her seem insensitive and out of touch, right when she was trying to navigate the backlash from the "It Ends With Us" controversy. On December 9th, Justin Baldoni received a 2024 Voices of Solidarity Award from Vital Voices, a nonprofit dedicated to combating violence against women. The event was a star-studded affair, celebrating men who championed women's rights and gender equality. It seemed like a fitting recognition for Baldoni, given his public persona and his work on "It Ends With Us," a film dealing with domestic. However, behind the scenes, the situation between Baldoni and Blake Lively was already incredibly strained. Rumors of their feud were circulating, fueled by their avoidance of each other during the film's promotion and the TMZ allegations of Baldoni's on-set behavior. Lively was also grappling with the negative publicity surrounding her tone-deaf marketing of the film. So, While Baldoni was publicly celebrated for his support of women, Lively was likely privately fuming. The award, and its timing, likely exacerbated the existing tension between them. It created a stark contrast between Baldoni's public image and the accusations Lively was preparing to make. This award became a symbol of the disconnect between public perception and the brewing private conflict, adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. It was the quiet before the storm, the final moment of calm before the lawsuit detonated and sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Then, on December 21st, the bomb dropped. Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, alleging TMZ obtained the lawsuit, which detailed behavior by Baldoni that allegedly caused Lively severe emotional distress. Apparently, there had already been an attempt to resolve the issues privately. The lawsuit mentioned a meeting that included Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Baldoni, and their respective lawyers. This meeting clearly didn't achieve its intended purpose, as the lawsuit followed shortly after. The details within the lawsuit were even more shocking. It outlined a list of demands Lively made to ensure a safe working environment. These demands, according to TMZ, included no more showing videos or images of women to Blake, no more mention of Baldoni's alleged previous addiction, no more discussions about conquests in front of Blake and others, no further mentions of cast and crew's genitalia, no more inquiries about Blake's weight, and no further mention of Blake's dead father. These are serious allegations, painting a picture of a deeply uncomfortable and inappropriate work environment. The filing of this lawsuit completely shattered the carefully constructed image of Justin Baldoni as a champion of women. It threw the entire "It Ends With Us" production into chaos and ignited a media firestorm. The public was left reeling, trying to reconcile the beloved actor and director with these disturbing allegations. The lawsuit marked a turning point, transforming a behind-the-scenes feud into a very public legal battle. The bombshell lawsuit filed by Blake Lively against Justin Baldoni contained even more explosive allegations. TMZ reported that Lively demanded no more adding of scenes, oral or on-camera climaxing by BL outside the scope of the script BL approved when signing onto the project. This suggests a significant breach of trust and potential manipulation regarding the film's intimate scenes. According to the lawsuit, Sony Pictures, the film's distributor, agreed to Lively's requests. However, Lively claimed that Baldoni retaliated by launching a smear campaign to destroy her reputation. This claim transforms the narrative from a simple case of to a complex power struggle involving alleged retaliation and reputational damage. Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Freeman, vehemently denied Lively's accusations, telling TMZ that the lawsuit was a desperate attempt by Lively to salvage her own tarnished image. He characterized her allegations as false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious, designed to inflict public harm on Baldoni. Furthermore, Freeman claimed that Lively herself was the source of Onset problems, alleging she threatened to boycott filming and promotional activities, ultimately contributing to the film's underperformance upon release. On December 22nd, the New York Times published a bombshell investigation that seemed to corroborate Blake Lively's claims. The newspaper obtained private messages that appeared to reveal a deliberate PR campaign orchestrated to bury Lively's reputation. According to the Times, the initial strategy focused on portraying the conflict as a creative control dispute. However, Baldoni allegedly pushed for a more aggressive approach, expressing dissatisfaction with the level of protection he was receiving. This suggests that he was actively seeking to discredit Lively. The most damning allegation came from messages attributed to Baldoni's PR representative, Melissa Nathan. She allegedly wrote, "You know we can bury anyone." The Times also reported that Baldoni shared a viral social media thread attacking another celebrity as an example of what he wanted, saying, "This is what we would need." This implies a desire to replicate a similar smear campaign against Lively. The Times further alleged that Nathan proposed hiring contractors to manipulate social media through full social account takedowns, starting threads of theories, and generally working to change the narrative. She even allegedly assured Baldoni that these tactics would be untraceable. These allegations paint a picture of a calculated and potentially illegal effort to manipulate public opinion. Interestingly, Kjersti Flye, the Norwegian journalist whose Resurfaced interview added to Lively's PR troubles, denied any involvement in an organized smear campaign. In a follow-up YouTube video, she emphatically stated she would never take money to jeopardize my integrity as a journalist. This denial suggests that while Lively was facing negative publicity, not all of it was necessarily orchestrated by Baldoni's team. the situation was clearly complex and multifaceted. The fallout from Blake Lively's lawsuit was swift and significant. On December 22nd, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Justin Baldoni had been dropped by his talent agency, WME. This move signaled a major shift in Hollywood's perception of Baldoni, as agencies often distance themselves from clients facing serious allegations. The fact that Lively and Ryan Reynolds were also represented by WME likely added to the pressure for the agency to take action. The following day, December 23rd, several prominent Hollywood figures publicly voiced their support for Lively. Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, along with actors Gwyneth Paltrow, America Ferrera, Amy Schumer, and director Paul Feig, all shared messages of solidarity. This public display of support further isolated Baldoni and strengthened Lively's position. Lively's sister, Robin Lively, also chimed in, expressing relief that her sister was finally getting justice. Blake Lively herself released a statement, emphasizing the broader implications of her lawsuit. She expressed hope that her legal action would expose the sinister retaliatory tactics used to silence victims of misconduct and protect others from similar experiences. This statement framed her lawsuit not just as a personal battle, but as a fight for a safer and more equitable environment in Hollywood. On December 23rd, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, responded to the harassment lawsuit. According to People magazine, Friedman argued that the negative reaction to Lively's It Ends With Us marketing wasn't a result of a PR smear campaign, but rather the public's organic response to her distasteful actions and interviews. He essentially blamed Lively for the backlash, claiming it was her own doing. Friedman also defended the PR firm involved, Tag PR, stating they were simply doing their job in a crisis management situation, protecting their client from threats by two extremely powerful people with unlimited resources, presumably referring to Lively and Reynolds. This statement attempted to portray Baldoni as the victim rather than the aggressor, adding another layer to the unfolding drama. Lively's lawyer claimed in the lawsuit that the backlash resulting from Baldoni's alleged smear campaign had prevented her from pursuing other work opportunities. One such opportunity was reportedly hosting the season 50 premiere of Saturday Night Live in September 2024. The role ultimately went to Jean Smart. This claim highlighted the tangible professional consequences Lively allegedly faced due to the controversy. The legal battles continued to escalate. On December 25th, Justin Baldoni's former publicist, Stephanie Jones, sued him for breach of contract. Interestingly, the lawsuit connected her dismissal to the alleged smear campaign against Blake Lively. This suggests that Jones may have refused to participate in the alleged scheme, leading to her termination. On December 27th, Ryan Reynolds, Lively's husband, made his first public statement since the feud erupted, albeit indirectly. In a social media post featuring himself as Deadpool alongside Linda Carter, he hinted at a difficult period, saying he really didn't feel like putting the suit on. While not explicitly addressing the controversy, the post suggested that the situation was taking a toll on him and his family. Lively had previously stated that the negative press was affecting Reynolds and their 4 children. The year ended with another dramatic development. On December 31st, the Daily Mail reported that Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, was preparing an explosive countersuit against Lively. The report claimed the countersuit would allege that Lively's own PR team, Vision PR, was responsible for the smear campaign against Baldoni, flipping the script entirely. While Friedman didn't confirm the exact filing date to deadline, he hinted that the countersuit would contain some surprises. This left everyone on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what new accusations the new year would bring. I am not going to speak to when or how many lawsuits we are filing, but when we file our first lawsuit, it is going to shock everyone who has been manipulated into believing a demonstrably false narrative, the lawyer said. I will be supported by real evidence and tell the true story. The new year started with a bang. On January 1st, Justin Baldoni escalated the legal battle by suing the New York Times for a staggering $250 million. The lawsuit, which included 9 other plaintiffs, including his publicist Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel, alleged libel and false light invasion of privacy. Baldoni claimed the Times had cherry-picked and altered communications, stripping them of context and deliberately misleading readers. This lawsuit was a bold move, directly challenging the newspaper's reporting and attempting to control the narrative. In a surprising twist within the lawsuit, Baldoni claimed that Ryan Reynolds had aggressively berated him after he asked Lively about her weight before a scene where he had to lift her. Baldoni, who suffers from back problems, explained that he asked to ensure he could perform the lift safely without injury. This claim painted Reynolds as the aggressor and attempted to shift the focus away from the allegations against Baldoni. On the same day, Blake Lively officially filed her lawsuit against Baldoni in New York federal court. While she had initially filed a legal complaint in December outlining her claims, this official filing solidified the legal battle. The lawsuit accused Baldoni and his PR team of orchestrating a sophisticated scheme to damage her reputation in retaliation for her speaking out about alleged misconduct on set. This dual legal action on January 1st marked a significant escalation in the conflict, with both sides now fully engaged in a public legal war. Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, didn't hold back in his response to the New York Times article and Lively's lawsuit. In a statement to The Independent, Friedman accused Lively and her team of orchestrating a vicious smear campaign and claimed the Times had abandoned journalistic ethics to appease two powerful, untouchable Hollywood elites. He argued that the newspaper used doctored texts and omitted crucial information to fit Lively's narrative, aiding her in revitalizing her self-induced floundering public image. Friedman's statement dripped with sarcasm, highlighting the irony of Lively accusing Baldoni of a smear campaign while allegedly engaging in one herself. He vowed to unite to take down the New York Times and continue their campaign of authenticity by suing those who abused their power. He expressed confidence that the public would ultimately see the full truth. The legal battle reached a fever pitch on January 17th, when Baldoni finally filed his countersuit against Lively and Reynolds. He sought a staggering $400 million in damages, alleging that the couple had conspired to destroy his reputation and career. Baldoni's countersuit was extensive, accusing Lively and Reynolds of a range of offenses, including civil extortion, defamation, and intentional interference with contractual relations. His lawyer, Brian Friedman, issued a statement to The Independent, claiming the lawsuit was supported by overwhelming, untampered evidence, detailing Lively and her team's attempts to destroy Baldoni. He accused Lively of either being misled by her team or intentionally misrepresenting the truth, emphasizing their willingness to provide full communication records as proof. Lively's legal team responded by calling Baldoni's lawsuit another chapter in the playbook, accusing him of employing Darvo tactics: deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. On January 21st, the conflict took another dramatic turn. Baldoni's legal team released a 7-minute video showing behind-the-scenes footage of Lively and Baldoni filming a dance scene. The video aimed to portray their interactions as professional and refute Lively's claims. It included the moment where Baldoni commented on Lively's scent, which she had cited in her complaint. The unedited footage showed him saying she smells good in response to concerns about spray tan transfer, seemingly a less sinister interpretation than Lively's initial portrayal. However, Lively's team swiftly countered, calling the video itself damning evidence supporting her allegations. They argued that every frame corroborated Lively's claims in her original complaint. They pointed out Baldoni's improvised actions, including attempting to kiss her, touching her without consent, and making personal comments, all without prior discussion or an intimacy coordinator present. They emphasized Baldoni's multiple roles as co-star, director, head of studio, and Lively's boss, highlighting the power imbalance and potential for coercion. This back-and-forth release of evidence further fueled the public debate and intensified the legal battle. After that, in a dramatic twist, a leaked voice memo surfaced, allegedly from Baldoni to Lively during production. In the nearly 7-minute message, Baldoni apologized for upsetting Lively with his response to her edits on a rooftop scene. He admitted to falling short and expressed gratitude for her feeling safe enough to share her feelings. He acknowledged his flaws and apologized profusely for making her feel terrible. This voice memo, while not directly addressing the harassment allegations, presented a contrite and apologetic Baldoni, complicating the public's perception of the conflict. On January 30th, Lively and Reynolds' attorneys filed a notice of their intent to dismiss Baldoni's $400 million countersuit. This move, following Judge Louis Lyman's order, signaled their confidence in defeating Baldoni's claims. Leslie Sloan, their publicist, also named in the suit, filed a similar statement. Meanwhile, Baldoni's team expressed eagerness to depose Lively, but claimed her representatives were trying to prevent Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, from conducting the deposition due to unspecified statements he had made. Just days before the first court hearing, Baldoni's team launched a website containing legal documents related to the dispute. These documents included an amended complaint alleging that the New York Times had access to Lively's lawsuit well before publishing their report, a claim the newspaper denied as rife with inaccuracies. On February 5th, the legal battle expanded yet again. Jed Wallace of the crisis PR firm Street Relations Inc. sued Lively for $7 million for defamation. He claimed Lively had no evidence to support her allegation that he weaponized a digital army to smear her online. This new lawsuit added another layer of complexity to the already tangled web of accusations and legal actions. And once all that evidence came from Justin's side, Blake's legal team started quivering, seeing how their own client wasn't what she pretended to be. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you liked this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.